Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from St. Cloud Racecourse. Here on Friday, it is the 30th of September 2022. I'm going to look at the stakes races on the program from St. Cloud, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections for race courses around the world. Let's look at the stakes action. We have quite a few races to look at, races 1, 5, 6, and 8. The first race, it's actually the feature of the program. It's the Group 3 Pre-Thomas Byron Stakes. It's a Group 3 event going for a purse of $91,000, race for 2-year-olds here. Field of 7 horses going 1,600 meters or a mile on the turf course. I'm going to take the 1-horse Cyros as a top selection. Let's go 1-4-2 in your tri-cash trifecta. 1-4-2 tri-cash trifecta. Top selection 1-horse Cyros. This 2-year-old colt by Wooden Bassett. Francis Gaffard trains 1. Christophe Soumillon gets the mount. The horse's most recent outing came the 15th of August at Deauville. 7½ furlongs yielding ground in 2-year-old conditions race. And the horse finished second by 3/4 length. I think the very wet ground might have got to him late. His wheels were spinning, but he ran decently. He ran better than most of the field. Come back here with a better trip around the bend. I think the horse could really improve off that last run and go away with it. 2 back, the horse made his debut on the 17th of July at Chantilly. 7 furlongs in a conditions race, and he won by a nose. He was all out on the front end. He quickened up nicely, and he got the job done. A very gritty performance. Coming here at 5-1 with a good poster, I'm going to use him. I think the 4-horse Continuous for Hayden O'Brien and Ryan Moore in the Coolmore group has a strong chance. He started once late August at the Curragh, 7 furlongs in a maiden race, and he won by 1/2 lengths. And I like that Ryan Moore came over for the mount, and he basically just stalked, slowly moved his way up and again kept going. A very good race. Coming here with a longer trip again, I'm going to give him a shot. You know, I like him here 5-2. So to recount my selection for the first from St. Cloud, it's the Group 3 Pre-Thomas Byron. Let's take the 1-horse Cyros. Give kudos to the 4-horse Continuous. 1-4-2 Tri-Cash Trifecta. 1-4 in your place pot. Let's head over to race number 5 now from St. Cloud, which is the Pre-MATCHEM Stakes. It's a listed stakes for Class 1 horses going for per $62,500. Race for 3-year-olds here. 10 of them are going 1,400 meters or 7 furlongs on the turf course. I'm going to take the 3-horse Tribalist as a top selection. 3-1 in the Forecast Exacta. 3-1 Forecast Exacta. Top selection of 3-horse Tribalist. 3-year-old colt by Farrar. Godolphin Doan. Andre Farb trains. Miguel Barcelona gets the mount. The horse's most recent appearance came the 4th of August at Deauville, 1 mile and a listed stakes, and the horse finished third by 2 3/4 lengths that day, and he just never really got going. You know, off his 2 very hard runs, he did improve, but he just needed something late. Coming here to a 7-furlong trip back to St. Cloud, where this horse has run very well in the past, I'm going to give him another shot. 2 back in the Group 1 Prix Prado at Deauville, 7 furlongs on the 10th of July, facing very tough horses. He finished 8th by 7 lengths and never really got into it. He just got beat by a lot better horses there. And then prior to that, in the Group 3 Pre-Paul Moussac at Chantilly over the mile, still at 19th of June, he finished second by a nose. He settled well. He quickened up a lot. You know, I thought it was a good race there. And then he outran his 11-1 odds in the French 2,000 guineas in the Poulet d'As de Poulains over the mile. He finished second by 3/4 length that day. Third by 2 lengths that day. He had a little bit of a weird poster on the rail, but he did run decently. Like I said, he run decently here at St. Cloud. He actually went here on the 2nd of April over the mile in a main race, breaking his main by 5 lengths. He put on a show there. I thought his last few races he's been facing tough competition. It's not the world's toughest race, and I think he should get a good trip from the outside. At 5-2, I'm going to use him. The 1-horse Tomei son for Gregory Bantua, I think he's another likely winner. You know, he hasn't been seen since the Jersey Stakes or Royal Ascot, where the horse never really made any running, but before that one at Longchamp over the 7 very, very nicely, and then had a very good place here in late March. Come back here, I'm going to give him a shot also off the bench, but to recount my selection for the 5th from St. Cloud, it's to pre-match him. Let's take the 3-horse Tribalist, give kudos to the 1-horse Tomei Son. 3-1 Forecast Exacta, 3-1 in your place pot. The 6th race now from St. Cloud, it is the Pre-SCARAMOUCHE Stakes. It's a listed stakes going for a purse $59,000, race for 4-year-olds and upwards. 11 horses are staying the 2,800 meter journey or 1.75 miles on the turf course. Going to take here the 3-horse Fenelon as a top selection. Let's go 3-7 in your Forecast Exacta. 3-7 Forecast Exacta. Top selection of 3-horse Fenelon. This 4-year-old colt by Fascinate Rock. Nicholas Clement trains. Christophe Soumillon gets the mount. The horse's most recent appearance came 28th of August at Deauville over the mile 9/16 in the Group 2 Grand Prix de Deauville. And the horse finished third by 5.5 lengths. They put the blinkers on that day, and it did improve him a little bit that day. He didn't get forwardly paced. He just needed that extra turn of foot, but I didn't think it was a half bad race. Going to 2 furlongs more to a mile 3/4, which I think he should absolutely adore, with a good trip. I think he could stay the trip, and I think he could run a good race. 2 back at Clairefontaine in conditions race over the 1.5 on the 5th of August. First month off, 2-month refreshing. First start blinkers, winning by a nose, 2-1. It was a very easy race for him there. And then prior to that, in the Group 2 Grand Prix de Chantilly at Chantilly, a 1.5 miles on the 5th of June, he finished 8th by 6.5 lengths that day. He saw very soft ground. He had a very horrible poster from the 7 hole, and he never really got going there. But before that, he was pretty perfect. He won a Leon Prouty in a conditions race in early May. Before that, that was off the bench. Going back to 2021 now, May the 2nd of 2021 at Longchamp in a listed stakes over the 1.5 miles, he won by 1.5 lengths, and then won a conditions race at late 2021 at Leon Prouty very nicely. So I think he could stay the trip. He's very fresh this year. I like the blinkers where he could be forwardly paced. At 4-1, he's going to be my best bet of the day at this card of Saint-Cloud. So to recap my selection for the 6 from Saint-Cloud, it's the PRIX SCARAMOUCHE. Let's take the 3 horse, Fenelon, 3-7, forecast exacta, 3. Oh, we're going to use the 3 as my best bet here. So let's head over to race number 8 now from Saint-Cloud, the final stakes race of the program. It's the Dahlia Stakes. It's a listed stakes going for a purse $54,500. Race for 4-year-olds and upwards. Fillies and mares here. Field of 11 horses going 2,000 meters or a mile and a quarter on the turf course. Gonna take the 9 horse Erska as a top selection. Let's go 9-5 in your forecast exacta. 9-5 forecast exacta. Top selection 9 horse Erska. 5-year-old mare by Hunter's Light. Miguel Barcelona is on this one. 3-1 here. The horse's most recent appearance came on the 14th of September at Compiègne, a mile and a quarter in a conditions race, winning by a length. He was drawn a little bit wide, but he settled well towards the front of the pack. When he got the green light, he kept going. It was a very good race there, and he's out. You know, his odds, his last recent races, he's outrunning his odds. I think 2 back at 15-1 in conditions race at Deauville in the mile and a quarter, 16th of August. He finished 4th by 1.5 lengths, and he just needed that extra turn of foot. Maybe a mile and a half would have suited him well, but you know, I thought the horse ran decently there. Outran 15-1 odds, and then at Compiègne in late June, a mile and a half, a mile and a quarter in listed stakes. Finished 7 by 7.25 lengths that day. He just couldn't really get there late. He's coming back to Saint-Cloud where he's run decently. I'm going to give him a shot here at 3-1. I think you also have to give a shot to the 5 horse By My Side. MATCHEM is on this one. Most recently, they ran the horse at Saint-Cloud over the mile and a half in a listed stakes in early September, and he finished second by 3/4 in length, and he just couldn't get there late. I like the cutting back and trip to a mile and a quarter where he could be a little bit more into it early on. I think he's in a better spot today. 2 back in late July, Clairefontaine in the listed stakes. He finished 9th by 18 lengths and just wasn't getting anything going. Was drawn very wide, and the blinkers, you know, his most recent races with blinkers have been very subpar, so I don't think he really grooves with it. But come here with no blinkers, back to a mile and a quarter. At 15-1, he's your wise guy horse on the program. But to recap my selection for the 8th from Saint-Cloud, it's the Prix Dahlia. Let's take the 9 horse Erska. Give kudos to the 5 horse Be My Side. 9-5 forecast exacta. We'll use them both in your place pot. So good luck to all, and please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody.